Hello guys, and this is the part 2 video for our Dimir Amass deck. We managed to draft a pretty solid blue-black deck. We're currently 5 wins and 1. So the current overview of this deck, what we're trying to do, we're trying to play some early card creatures, stall out until we reach the late game to cast our cards like Master Girl and Enter the God Eternals as our fine ways to win. We could have had a powerful red-green deck if you look at the part 1 video, but I still think this is good enough, that this is great. This is a fine deck to play with. We are playing Unlikely at 8. I think this card is an underrated card. The fact that it gives a creature indestructible can act as a nice way to prevent you from a creature from being removed, and also having a trade in your favor. So I think this is a solid card to have one of. So yeah. We could have had a solid red-green deck, but second pack, pick 1, we opened up a Master Girl that hedged me towards just sticking with blue-black. Our first pick was Enter the God Eternals, which I think was solid. So yeah, can't really complain this deck. I think it's really good. Spark Harvest. I'm just counting the non-creature spells that we can get with Narset so I can try to remember them. And yeah, pretty decent deck. Can't complain. Hopefully we get to 7 wins with this draft video. So let's go. Alright, we do have Lazarev Reaver on 2, maybe an Iron Bully on 3. We do have Enter the God Eternals in our opening hand, so I think we can get there. Let's risk it. We're on the draw, so hopefully we get enough lands to reach our goal, and I think maybe we can stall out long enough to prevent this from happening. Grim Initiate on 1, so I do need that Lazarev on 2. So I have to land here. Hopefully we get something going. Otherwise we're just going to get rushed down by red. And it does happen if you don't get your land drops. Grim Initiate's annoying. Taking 1 here. Okay, so now I've Lazarev Reaver on 2. I think I'm just going to reveal my island here, just in case it gives me an option to play out the Narset next turn. Next turn, maybe I can Iron Bully and attach a counter on this 1-2, making it a solid blocker. But if he attacks with both, I'm definitely blocking one of them, the 1-2. Could just have removal, sure. Guess I'm taking it here with the Grim Initiate. So next turn, what do I do? Taking 2 for now. Let's think. Play out the island. I could Narset, but I think I already have 2 spells coming up that seems pretty powerful. Maybe Iron Bully seems good, and I could just put a counter onto the Iron Bully, to be honest, because he could have a card like Callous Dismissal, which can deal with this zombie token. I don't get a lot of value out of it, but you know, having this as a blocker is decent, and I'm not looking to race him, so I don't care about this menace. I just want to prevent myself from being from Callous Dismissal, and I can grow this anyways with Enter the God Eternals. Plus playing a million Grim Initiates, pretty interesting. Now what I could leave up mana for the Sorin's Thirst. This Narset, what can I really look for with it? I don't think there's much other than maybe a counter spell. I really want to land next turn anyway, so I think I'm just going to say go. I could shoot down a Grim Initiate. Even Eternal looks like a great target for the Amass for this Sorin's Thirst. So I think I'm just going to activate end of turn. Yeah. Alright, and now what? I could enter the God Eternals, but none of these targets seem too great. So I think the Lazda Behemoth makes sense here. Just a fine, solid attacker. I could attack with the Iron Bully, get some trades going. So then this Amass token can grow and I can punish him with Enter the God Eternals next turn. I think I'm down for that. I want this Amass token to grow, so I think I'm happy just... there's no point triple blocking. I still kill these off even though they have my first strike. So I think I'm happy with this trade. Oh, they have first strike for... Okay, oops. Yeah, that was a bit of a misplay. I thought... Yeah, I didn't realize that would happen. Okay. But so now it's kind of like I shouldn't attack with this Lazda Behemoth because they will all first strike at the same time. So I think it's fine for me just playing out the Skulker, playing defense for now. You could have a card called to sacrifice, where he sacrificed the 1/1s and deals damage to 4-power creatures. But the opponent doesn't seem to have any good attacks. So I think the Asha Skulker can attack next turn. Or I can just play out my Narset, start doing stuff with it. Maybe aid to falling it back, along with another creature next turn. Like, I could sacrifice this Ashiok, maybe kill off some of his first strikers, and then enter the God Eternals onto whatever he gets rid of. And I can aid to falling it back, so maybe it's fine just attacking with the Ashiok Skulker. Yeah, let's do it here. I think this should be okay. Because I want to kill off these Grim Initiates and punish him for if he does decide to sacrifice all these cards. And I can also aid the Fallen and Narset back, so I think this attack is okay. If he doesn't block what happens, I can just play out the Narset, kind of force him to attack into it next turn. You could have no escape, and I'm fine having this counter, to be honest. I don't think it's a big deal. Sure, it finds me a spell, but I think I have enough of them already that I'm fine having this countered. Does make my 8 to Fallen worse, but I can still get creatures back with it, so I think I'm fine with this. Okay, Time Twist is interesting. Well, Master Grow is just a game over, right? So may I just attack with everything and then just Master Grow and just say good game? Yeah, I think I'm down for that. And he doesn't have any counter spell up, so and he has so many 1/1s here that I think the trigger is just going to take out his Amass token. And I can also aid the Fallen whatever I want back, so it seems pretty good. And yeah, let's take out the 2/2 first. Yeah, first strike happens simultaneously. I forgot about that last turn before this, but at least I get to punch it for 4 now, and now I can just Master Grow everything, and everything should be dead. I can Spark Harvest. Yeah, I think Yeah, the Amass, I think the Amass goes on the stack ooh, it goes on the stack first, so that's pretty good. So I can pretty much kill everything here. Yeah. So yeah, Master Grow is definitely a bomb. He could remove this, but I can just aid the Fallen. Also have Enter the God Eternals to deal with whatever he plays back next turn. Sure. I think I'm fine just killing this. Lazative Reaver would have been annoying. This Crushing Descent would have been annoying. But yeah, I think it's a good game now. We play our two biggest bombs and totally outvalued the opponent. We also have Spark Harvest up to deal with this. Let's do it. Yep, that's the power of blue-black. Alright, sweet. So one more win and we're at 7. That was a pretty interesting game we got there. That top deck Master Grow really did a lot of work for us. So glad we picked that up. Even though in red-green we would have had a pretty powerful deck regardless. So yeah, I think I'm just going to take a snapshot here of this deck before we get our 7 wins, so I can use this as a nice thumbnail picture or something. And yeah, let's try to get our 7. Hopefully we get there. I would be pretty disappointed if we didn't. And let's go. Alright, well, we have a 4-drop and a 5-drop. I think we keep. We could just draw into 2-drop. I think this hand is pretty good, even though we don't have any early game, but we can pretty much draw into it. I think this is a fine keep. Opponent's playing red. Ooh, Master Grow. So we drew both our bombs. Hopefully they don't get countered. Yeah. Pretty happy I kept this hand now. But I do need to defend this early game or else I'm just going to get destroyed. So, let's see. Another swamp. Yeah, I'm fine playing out the island for now. Maybe just a swamp. We'll see. At least kind of diversify our mana in the early game. Could play a bunch of 1 toughness creatures. That would be pretty solid with the Master Girl. That's a 3 power creature. So I'm just going to take a beating for a moment, for a time being. But maybe we can set up a turn where we Master Grow everything and then just win the game on the spot. Okay, that's a 1 toughness creature. There needs to be a 2 toughness creature in order for me to deal with this. So I think I like the Swamp here. Maybe the Thunder Drake can be a fine blocker. I'm fine even if this dies to the Master Girl. At least I'm holding something back. And then I can set up a nice Enter the God Eternals onto this 4-3. You could have a removal. Okay, that sucks. Definitely going to take a huge beating here. Do think I need a 2 toughness eventually to deal with this whole entire board. But I think I can survive for now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm gonna die at 4 health, but I'm gonna gain back 4, moving me up to 8, putting up a nice blocker for this 2-3, and then I can Massacre Girl the turn after. So yeah, let's just fire it off right here. Don't think there's anything in white-red that deals with this. And next turn I can just Massacre Girl, I guess, and start and deal with his creatures. I could, hopefully, maybe I get something to 2 toughness, that's 3 toughness. Might still Massacre Girl it. I might be a little bit more greedy and maybe just Spark Harvest and then use Massacre Girl the turn after to deal with this 2-3. Yeah, maybe Spark Harvest can just be fine. Just to prevent an extra 2 damage. Next turn I can play the Massacre Girl and deal with this flyer. Hopefully I stabilize. If he puts a 2 toughness creature, that would be pretty nice since I can clear the whole board. I do lose out on the zombie army, but I think it should be fine regardless. Is there any way for me to gain extra health? Okay, this Turd Ogre is a little bit obnoxious. But I think I need to deal with this flyer. I'm just going to play out the Massacre Girl. Seems decent. Yeah. Well, actually, I could play out the Vampire Opportunist, and this Massacre Girl would have taken everything out. So I think maybe that was the correct play. Yeah, but maybe I need this in the late game to gain some health. So I think this is fine. Leave up some blockers, trade off for this 4-3. Seems good. Okay, well, I'm dead. Good game. Okay, yeah, hopefully we get our 7 wins. That was just a little bit unfortunate. The opponent had a really aggressive start. I couldn't really dodge that Sarkhan's Catharsis. But still happy with this draft. Come on, let's get our lucky 7, please. We did draw both of our bombs, but we lost because that Sarkhan's Catharsis got in our way. But I think we could have stabilized if he didn't have it. We would have definitely had a nice wide board. We could have started gaining life with the Vampire Opportunist. So, yeah. Alright, let's get our lucky 7, please. I beg you. Alright, Sky Theater Strix is our 2-drop. We do need some swamps, but I think we can get there, and we're on the draw. And we have Enter the God Eternals on 5, so I think this is fine. And we did pick up a swamp. Seems good. Opponent's also playing black. Swamp again. Reaver, okay. So now what? We could play our own Reaver, putting up 2 blockers against these. Like, he could have a removal spell against his Strix, and then he can punch him for 2. At least I can trade off my 1/1 against his 1/1. I could set up the Strix to maybe deal 1 damage, and put up a fine blocker against this 1/1. Maybe just that 1 damage could be a lot more relevant if we're playing defense. Yeah, let's try it out here. And this is not the worst target to have removed. Like, sure, he can Soren's Thirst this, but I'm fine with that. Toll, okay, well, nice. So he gets my God Eternals, which is busted, which sucks. No blocks here. I think I'm fine just playing out the Reaver, perhaps. Yeah, seems solid. That was a really nice catch for him. I might just be fine double blocking this 2/2. Unless he has some Amass trick going, which doesn't seem like it. 8 to Fallen for pretty much nothing. I think I like the land. Herald, attack in the air, so go. Opponent doesn't have any blue mana, he seems to be mono black, so don't really care about counter spells too much. Now he has blue mana. Relentless Advance seems kind of scary, but I think I can still double block into this. Opportunist seems fine. Without the land. Attack in the air for 1, so go. Opponent could have his own Master Girl. Takes out 8 to Fallen. Now I might consider just doing some blocks against this. It seems very powerful. Could have a removal spell, I still get a 2/2 Amass token. I can start draining him out in the late game now. If he doesn't make any moves, but this needs to go. Sure. Do I chump block this 6/6? Perhaps I do. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it's still 7 damage that I have. I can trade off next turn, so I don't think I block this. Ooh, Spark Harvest. Seems pretty good here. So opponent got a little bit punished for playing throwing all of his Amass creatures into one basket. I think I'm happy playing out the land, and then the Herald say go. I could keep the land, but he knows about it, so I'm just going to play it out. Well, the opponent is kind of pretty much stuck now, given the fact that he could have Counterspell here. Sure. I mean, he eventually needs to fire it off, and this is a pretty hard creature for him to deal with anyways, given his lackluster board. So yeah, I think I'm just going to attack. I could send in the Vampire, but I want to gain some life off of it, and keep draining him. So yeah, just going to end turn here, leave up the swamp, hide some info. Stealth mission, alright. Guess I'm taking 3 here. I still have some chump blockers up. Ooh, Last of Reaver seems solid. Let's play it out. I could have just left them mana to drain, but I think I want to just I want to play it out here, attacking for 1 in the air. Ooh, okay. So now I can start draining the opponent end of turn, which seems pretty solid. So Vampire Opportunist coming in to save the game, save the day again. Acting as a nice card in a control deck. Sure. Maybe I do need to kill this off. But maybe I can start getting some value in with this drain, and I can just attack back again, so that can be quite problematic. Ooh, Dread Malkin seems pretty nice. There's attacking for 1 here. Play out the Dread Malkin, play out Swamp, drain the opponent end of turn. And this is a Menacer, so I can start getting in a lot of damage. Yeah, let's drain the opponent. I think I like the attack from the Dread Malkin. I could start sacrificing, pushing for 4. But I think we have a good clock on the opponent. I don't care. Could have a trick, but I think I'm fine doing this. Next turn should be lethal. I drain him, and then I drain him again and attack him for 1. So yeah, Vampire Opportunist saves the day again. Unless he has like Enter the God Eternals, which can be pretty busted here. Definitely a solid card overall in this controlling blue-black deck. Happy that I picked it up as a nice mana sink in the late game over a contentious plan. Even though he did take out our Enter the God Eternals with Toll of the Invasion early in the game. He's main decking 2 of them, so they can be quite problematic in the late game, especially if the opponent isn't keeping up too many spells. But yep, happy that we got there. Sweet! Going to upload part 1 and part 2 of this draft on my YouTube, and stay tuned for more content. And let's open some packs, perhaps. 2 packs, 950. Great, we made back our gems. And what do we have? Pack 1, pick 1, Ward of Spark. What am I looking at? Well, Commence the Endgame is pretty busted. Can't be countered. Draw a bunch of cards, make a big creature. Really excellent. Otherwise, if this wasn't in the pack, I'd probably just pick the Gleaming Overseer as a powerful 3-drop. And now what? Pick 1, pack 1. Maybe just Yugen's Conjurant. Not a big fan of Ignite the Beacon. Sure, I can find two Planeswalkers, but it's pretty expensive for what it does. It doesn't really impact the board too much. Yugen's Conjurant can get pretty big and disgusting, and it can also kill off Death Touchers or block against them and attack past them. Pretty solid card. And Throne of Eldraine. Well, Feasting Troll King is a busted rare. There was a draft video that I put up with part 1 and part 2 where every single game I end up drawing the Feasting Troll King and playing it out, and it's incredibly powerful. So, yep, easy pick 1, pack 1. So there you guys have it. I'm definitely going to upload this Ward of Spark video. Happy that I got 7 wins on my, this is the second draft that we did before I hit Mythic. So stay tuned for more content. Have a great day, guys. Bye.